Day 21 of 2026. In today's vlog, basically, I just wanted to talk about yesterday's project exam. The exam was good, but the whole thing that occurred, I think it's a necessity. It's something that needs to be addressed. So, all of the team members, we arrived, I think, by 9:30, except one because there was a traffic jam and um, that team member arrived by 11 or around 10. Yeah, 11. We were given the timing that by one of it is 9:30, and by our mentor it was 11. So we were there by 11. We made it on time, I would say. But we I thought that we will have a project exam at 11 since the internship people were called at 9:30. So since there were not many students, according to me, like um, even if there were around 15 students, they could very well finish it within 2-3 hours. But I really do not know what they did, and they were like not able to. Yeah. So let's assume there were around 15 students for the internship exam, and there were two project groups left. The examiner itself arrived late. I really do not know why they arrived late. There's something called as punctuality that exists. Let's assume that you were supposed to reach by maybe 10, but you reach by 11 for some reasons, some unpredictable reasons, maybe like a traffic jam or something. Okay, so you reach late, you start. Now you know that you are short on time, so you need to make effective strategies to actually finish all the students in time without making them wait for long enough time. Like literally the project groups, they had to wait till 4:30. Our group was 4:30. We came at 9:30. You know how much time that is? It is a goddamn 7 hours wasted. I was supposed to go home, do the work of a event that I had of a hackering. I was supposed to work on the certificates, but no, I was not able to do it because I was just so frustrated. Because everyone is like, what we can do about it? People is like, okay, we can do anything about it. Just let it happen. Like, I couldn't do anything about it. It got me frustrated, got me anger, made me look toxic. I was being difficult because accountability is something that also exists at the same time. If it was a kid, like like that late, maybe even it was a student, it was understandable. But you all are professionals, and I expect professionals to understand the importance of punctuality and accountability at the same time. So, the reasons why this happened, first, let's say that the examiner reached late for some valid reason. It was 11. Now you'll know that you're already late, so make effective strategies on how much time each student should take in order to actually not make the students wait for too long, because time is precious for everyone. Don't think that just because you're like that you all are in positions above the students that your time is gold and students time is sand. It's not like that. Um, some of the strategies that they could have used was allocating specific time, like the way McLaren Hackathon had done. Like they assigned 10 minutes for basically explaining what they had done, In 5 minutes was for Q&A, 15 minutes were fixed, and you cannot speak about it. And I'm telling you why this was necessary. You are already running short on time, and you have to be logical enough to understand that some students are just going to keep on ramble upon. They are not going to think about other students. They are going to be so selfish that they are just going to think about themselves, like just focus on giving their best, like covering, like talk a lot, like just think about themselves in the first place. I would say they would not respect the time of others because see, I understand that the group internship project was mostly group projects. A group project, you have not done the entire work. Rather than focusing on all the features that, even the feature that you had not worked on, I think was a complete waste of time because effective time management was the only solution for a situation like that. And it is not just the fault of the student because students is going to just think about giving their best. It's even the fault of the examiner and the faculties, I would say, because if they had made a proper schedule, like within this time we are going to finish it, within this time you have to finish, I think students will also be able to understand the value of time. They're able to restrict themselves to what they should explain, make effective strategies, because they're not going to understand it. It is too much selfish and inefficient. At a point like that, the only people who hold people accountable are going to be frustrated and they're going to call it difficult for it, because most students they're just going to let things slide through them because they're just weak. Being dangerous is being able to hold people accountable is also a thing in today's day and world. If you don't hold people in positions of power above you accountable, they're just going to do things. You just have to keep watching it. Just because they hold the power and they don't face any kind of friction, they will keep on doing more and more worse things. And you just have to keep looking at it. So, me being angry and frustrated over things that you all are doing is justifiable because you all are not considering as something wrong. You all are just considering it as something that you cannot do anything about. Like you're all completely powerless. When I got mentioned, the only time I stopped myself from like actually speaking up about it was when I was mentioned about my team. But I would not want my team to perish because of me. Because it's a time when I have to choose. Either I speak for what thing they are doing, or I speak, or I keep quiet for the sake of my team. And I chose the latter. That doesn't mean I'm weak. I just chose what felt was the best thing for that time. But you have to understand that these things should not be let like to slide like that. So the only message today will be a little dangerous. Speak up a bit, because if you don't, the people in power will misuse their power. Because when you do not face resistance, when you do not face friction, they feel that people are scared of them, people are not going to speak up, and they get more strength, like they feel more powerful. Because if we don't speak up, the system will slide into chaos. And that's what we are saying. The country is sliding into chaos. The system, the hierarchies, they're all sliding into chaos. I can't, I don't want to see a day that the systems actually just slide into chaos. Because if we don't speak up, That day is not too far. With that, I end day 21 or 26.